What's happening then? Whoa! Don't touch me.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Wait.
Get out. Get the fuck out, Baldy. What the fuck is saying to you? Dirty bastard. Get him out of my fucking shop.
Oh, you're expecting me?
I was actually. I was going to give you guys a call today.
Oh, cracking. Mr. Shohan?
Yes, that's me, Mr. China.
No, man, yes. Hello, sir. My name's Mr. Highway, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We're here today, sir, with the outstanding writ to collect an outstanding sum of £12,780.
See, I'm not sure who I've spoken to, but like...
9 pence.
It used to be my dad's shop just down the road, 2 days ago.
Right.
The debt was actually for that business that closed, I think, 4 years ago.
Right.
I don't know, for some reason they put my name on there.
Yeah.
I actually used to work there. I was studying at the time.
Okay.
I just used to help out. Obviously, it's my dad's business.
The writ is against you personally.
I've actually spoken to the Northampton County Court, basically.
Right.
I'm just waiting for their call.
Right.
They were supposed to appoint to stand aside over. I think it was...
Yeah, that'll be for an application to set aside the writ.
Mr. Chauhan says it's his father and not him who owes the money, and that he's appealed the case. But the writ is against Noman Chauhan, trading as Chauhan. And the agents have enough evidence to believe that they're in the right place.
So we're here to execute the writ. So there's outstanding balance of £12,782.79. Otherwise we will be taking control of goods.
It's not my debt, mate. I'll be honest.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance?
can't.
Okay, so we're here to seize goods then, sir.
Yeah, just give me a second. Let me just speak to my
I'm looking at the side.
While Mr. Chauhan calls his father, the agents start to look around the shop for goods they could seize if there's no offer of payment. Matt immediately spots some car keys. But his actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Mate, you want to give my keys back to me, please?
No, at the minute they're seized, sir.
No, they're not seized because it's not my car. It's a company car. Give me my keys.
No, at the moment they're seized.
Give me my car keys.
No, at the
Don't come in here,
moment they're seized, sir.
Give me my car keys, mate.
No,
Give me
at
my
the
car
moment
keys.
they're
Don't lend your keys.
seized. Can I have my writ back?
Don't
Thank
lend
you.
your keys, mate.
Thanks so much.
What's wrong with you, man? Seriously? I'm trying to explain something to you, yeah? It's got nothing to do with me.
I've listened to your explanation, but it doesn't make any sense. When enforcing a writ, we can see from experience if people's tensions are rising. You can see it in the way they're acting, their gestures, the way they're behaving, the volume of their voice. We're constantly of a calm manner all the way through the enforcement. We don't raise our voice, we don't shout and scream. That's not what we're there to do. We're there to calm the issue back down again and get on with what we're there to do.
As Mr. Chauhan says he can't pay, Gary heads out to find his car. But all he's got to go on is a Mercedes keyring.
Search for a Mercedes. Ah, there we are. It looks a nice Mercedes. 14 plate, E220.
If the car is free of finance, it can be seized to offset the debt. Gary heads back to the shop to do a finance check.
Good morning, Derek.
Good morning. Can you put me through someone to do a HPI check, please? Yeah. Is it a fleet car, is it?
The car is on a lease agreement. As it isn't owned outright by Mr. Chauhan, it can't be seized. Now the agent's only option is to remove stock from the shop. But because the jewellery and shoes are of low value, they will have to take almost all of it to come anywhere close to clearing the £12,000 debt. Matt calls the office to authorise removal.
We're at the property at the moment. It's a shop selling Asian jewellery and shoes. There's absolutely no chance of payment, so we're going to be looking at removal stage, mate, on it.
Mr. Chauhan still seems reluctant to cooperate with the agents. As they start to pack up the assets, Mr. Chauhan suddenly closes the shutters and walks out, leaving an assistant behind to mind the shop.
I can't believe they've just gone. Or maybe they're at the bank, withdrawing 12,000. You never know, do you? Stranger things have happened. Gary, I found a lovely set for you here. Oh, yeah? Yes. My weekend attire? I think they call them a pendant drop. Oh, a pendant drop? Don't know how I know that, but...
Suddenly, the shop assistant hands Matt her phone.
Hello? Let me just take some details from you. Bear with me a second. Yeah.
An official from the county court is on the line.
Obviously, at this point in time, we're executing the writ here. Can you make sure the judge is aware of that as well?
The reason for Mr. Chauhan's quick disappearance is becoming clear.
Lovely, thank you. It says the defendant is in front of me, and in the next half an hour to 45 minutes he's going to put him in front of a judge.
It seems that Mr. Chauhan is at the county court and has secured an emergency hearing to get the writ suspended. It's an unprecedented turn of events for the agents.
I've never heard that one before.
I've never heard that one before.
Especially that quick.
It's a new one on me.
While Matt and Gary wait to hear the outcome of the emergency hearing, they have the right to continue enforcement action.
To get a court appointment on the day of enforcement, I have never seen this happen before. But you just have to deal with that. There's a legal process that we have to stick to. Unless I've got a letter from the judge, we're not going to leave. We're going to stay. And we're going to execute this High Court writ.
But what happened next would take them both by surprise. 2 hours later, Mr. Chauhan suddenly returns with two of his brothers.
Are you back?
You want to get into it, man?
What's happened, bud?
What's happening? Well, you tell me what's happening, Chris. Tell me what's happening.
Whoa!
There's a fucking idiot.
Don't touch me.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Wait.
Get out. Get the fuck out, Baldy. What the fuck is the sense of you? You dirty bastard. Get him out of my fucking shop. Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch.
This unusual case has suddenly taken a violent turn.
Fuck, are you looking at you?
Oh, why, mate? Move out of the way.
It will take all of Matt and Gary's experience to get the situation back under control. Agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway were at an accessories shop in Birmingham to collect over £12,000 owed to a supplier by shopkeeper Noman Chauhan.
So I only have one question for you. Can you pay the outstanding balance?
Mr. Chauhan denied the debt was his,
It's got nothing to do with me.
and in an unprecedented move managed to get an on-the-spot hearing at the county court.
Half an hour to 45 minutes he's going to put him in front of a judge.
I've never heard that one before.
But when he returned to the shop with his brothers, the situation turned violent, and Gary was assaulted.
Baldy.
Whoa!
Get the fuck out of my shop, you son of a bitch. Get on me.
Oh, why, mate?
Get out.
Now, Gary and Matt have got to get this debt recovery back on track.
Can I have the police, please? My name's Gary Ball, a High Court enforcement agent. I've just been assaulted.
With the police on their way, they need to find out what's been happening at the court.
You've been to court. What did the court say?
Can you read, you stupid fuck? Can you read? You dumb fucker.
The document is confirmation that the writ has been suspended, pending a further hearing.
I'll take a picture of it.
Idiot. Take a picture of
Right now, what do you want?
Idiots. Use your help.
The agents aren't able to continue enforcement action today. But the men aren't calming down.
Dumb fucker, use your brain. Use your brain, you dumb bastards.
At least you remember that.
You dumb bastards.
Fucking bastard.
Dumb bastard. Look at him.
Bastard. Abuse the fuck out of this bastard. Fat bastard, bailiffs.
I do this every day of the week. He doesn't concern me. He doesn't concern me. You don't worry me one bit. When insults are flowing, I don't take it personally. There isn't anything anybody could call me I've not heard before. It's just the way people react sometimes. Unfortunately, it's part of life.
20 minutes later, the police finally arrive. And Mr. Chauhan immediately leaves the shop.
The guy that's assaulted my colleague is this guy in the black T-shirt. Has tried to leave the scene. Okay, Saz.
You're telling me when
Yeah, we called you. My name's Matthew Hire. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. It's my colleague, Mr. Ball. We've been here for a little while.
Yeah, I was doing some paperwork at the counter here. Next thing I know, I felt a punch or a slap or something in the back of my head. He grabbed me, was trying to throw me out. He's been arrested.
Yeah, he's with colleagues.
Outside, Mr. Chauhan's father arrives, just as his son is being handcuffed. He immediately starts abusing the agents himself.
Get lost.
Watch it, otherwise you'll end up getting yourself locked up as well.
Already bastard.
Son of a bitch.
You're going to get yourself locked up if you carry on.
It's not nice to be assaulted. They had the result they wanted. They put a hold on the case. There was no reason whatsoever for him to come back in the way that he did and assault me. You know, they've got the letter from the judge. They could have just showed it us. We'd have took a picture and we would have left. But that's what he wanted to do, and he got arrested for it.
With the situation still volatile, the police advise Matt and Gary to leave the scene. As well as his court date to contest the debt, Mr. Chauhan could now face an assault charge.
When people start assaulting us, doing our job, then it's just not on, and we won't stand for it. And we have a policy to prosecute every time.
Got me right blind, mate.
Did he?
Yeah. He just went to the back of me, blindsided me, whack.
So we can go off to jail for the night.